It is an unsustainable model to have a hospital like ours bear the entire burden of paying for migrant health care.
Since the first days of this administration, we have seen a significant deterioration in border security.
Are the aliens crossing illegally, committing crimes across this country?
Absolutely.
Joe Biden, are you listening? Mayorkas, are you listening to the sheriffs?
No, they are not.
Because of the crisis that's happening at the border, and yes, it is an actual problem, no matter what the corporate media wants to tell you, United States representatives decided to actually go do a little bit of work and go and visit the southern border. In Arizona, well, just Republicans. Democrats decided not to go because it's apparently just a photo op.
Texas Congressman Troy Nails was there, and he joins us now. Good morning, Congressman.
Good morning, Ainsley. Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you so much for coming on with us. You know, when you look at these numbers, they're just staggering, and the hospitals there are hurting. The residents are hurting. Crime's going up in that area. Look at these numbers, the number of apprehensions, the gotaways. This is in our southern border. These are encounters in January, so it's pretty scary. What did you get out of this meeting yesterday, and what's your reaction to Democrats not showing up?
Well, it didn't surprise me when Jerry Nadler said the Democrats were going to boycott this, because I think this is a losing argument for them. The Democrats don't want to focus on the border. They want to focus on other things. They do not want to focus on the border because the American people are paying attention now. They're sick and tired of it. And so this was a wonderful 36 hours here in Yuma, Arizona, meeting with Border Patrol officials, and obviously sitting down and visiting that hospital of Yuma, Arizona with the CEO, talking about the $22 million that they have spent on treating these migrants and the issues related to treating those migrants. I mean, people coming in with chronic illness, chronic disease, but it's the maternity leave, the number of migrants that are coming across here that are pregnant, having children. Many of them are not receiving that prenatal care, so the NICU unit is full there. And so you got Yuma, Arizona, 125,000 people, women here trying to have children, and there's no room at the inn, so they may have to be transferred and have their children in Phoenix, Arizona, 170 miles away because of the Biden border crisis. Shameful.
Yeah, that was fascinating to me. The hearing featured 3 witnesses, and we heard some sound bites from them, including you, a county supervisor, the sheriff, and the CEO of the local hospital, Yuma Regional Medical Center. He says the closest hospital is 3 hours away. So when you have a town of 100,000 people who need services in that hospital, but you have 300,000 people coming across the border that are taking up space in that hospital, his message was very sweet. He said, we have a heart for these individuals, but many of them are very, very sick, and we need money. Is there any solution to help these hospitals or the sheriff's department in that area?
Well, I know that he's reached out to this administration, and there is no answer to their dilemma. Like, how are they going to recoup? How are they going to recover these millions of dollars, because that hospital can't afford to just be treating everybody for free. There's no way to get paid, so to speak, and that's going to hurt this entire community here. He got our attention. There's no question about it. The 14 or so of us on the Judiciary Committee, we paid attention. The crowd, it was full. If you look there were a couple hundred people inside that room paying attention to what we're saying to them and what we would like to do for them as it related to securing our southern border. I tell you, the people are concerned down here, rightfully so. It is the federal government's responsibility, Ainsley, to secure our southern border. It's in the Constitution. Article 4, Section 4, the Invasion Clause, Article 1, Section 10. I mean, the states have a right to self-defense, and I think these governors in these states along the southern border need to start acting appropriately and start defending their southern border, as many of them have.
So yeah, Democrats apparently are trying to convince the American people that the Republicans went down to Arizona to see what's going on the southern border just to get a photo opportunity, but that's not true. And they know it's not true, because even when people were being bussed into their communities, they had an issue with it, saying that it's a humanitarian crisis. This is a problem. They should not be coming into these neighborhoods.
Today, illegal immigrants were dropped off outside of Vice President Kamala Harris's home in Washington, D.C. In an interview with Vice News, Harris slammed Texas Governor Abbott and Florida Governor DeSantis, saying, quote, "I think it is the height of irresponsibility, much less just, frankly, a dereliction of duty."
Texas Governor Greg Abbott said in a statement that plans are underway to bus migrants to additional cities.
But let me also say this. shame on Governor Abbott. What he is doing is immoral, unpatriotic, and it defies the values of who we are as Americans.
Very, very poor communications, especially if this originated in the city, where the mayor there criticized the governor of Texas for not, telling her in advance and giving her the courtesy, which she fully deserved, and I get what she was saying, but she just did it to me.
But what's going on in Arizona is crazy, and actually on the whole southern border, because it's affecting everyday tax-paying American citizens. And it will spread across the United States, because I understand that different states like Texas is actually busing individuals further into the country, like in Democratic strongholds. But this is just getting the people further into the country. We pay over $100 billion for illegal immigration. And how does that help the American citizens? We're already being stretched far enough with this whole situation in Ukraine, which we shouldn't be in. And at the same time, these people act like they care about the humanitarian crisis. But what about what's affecting everyday average American citizens? Why are we sending money overseas to Ukraine if people in East Palestine, Ohio, are still dealing with this whole poison chemical thing? And where are all the environmentalists on that? You think that you want to convince us that you care about what's going on at the border, but at the same time, what about the homeless vets that's in the streets today in America, the people who actually fought for this country? All I'm saying is, it seems like we're paying taxes just to help everyone else but the American citizen. Even when they say that the government is giving us our tax relief or our relief for COVID or anything like that, the government don't have any money. We're writing those checks to ourselves, and it's less money than we actually gave the government. Everything else went overseas or to help illegal immigration. Let me know in the comment section down below, what do you think? Do you think that there isn't a problem going on at the southern border? And do you think that we should invite more people into the country? What about the pregnant women who had to drive over 100 miles just to go see a doctor because their hospital is full? I'm your host, TJ Evans, with another installment of the TJ Evans Show. Y'all remember to do the YouTube and Rumble thing. Subscribe to Royal Family Studios. Y'all stay safe, stay prayed up. Do your own research. Don't take my word for gold. Also, check out my book on Amazon, The Diary of Marvin, DeWayne. Peace.